Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. And Democrats, specifically Kamala Harris, has a problem with black men. Black men are not wanting to vote for Kamala Harris. Well, honestly and truthfully, I don't think many men want to vote for Kamala Harris outside of paid actors who show up in cringe commercials for Kamala Harris saying that they are real men when they sit there with their little legs crossed on the back of a tailgate truck. You guys know the commercial I'm talking about. It's absolutely ridiculous that anybody would want to vote for the disaster who is Kamala Harris, who is Joe Biden. Kamala Harris is not very smart. She is will say whatever she needs to say to try to get elected, and people are seeing through that, and especially a demographic which Democrats solely rely on every election. They pander to this group every single election, and historically they have gone the way Democrats for a overwhelming amount of their population. Black men have voted overwhelmingly Democrat for decades until recently, and it has gotten less and less and less with every presidential cycle, and especially the last three, all revolving around Trump. Trump continues to siphon away black men from the Democrat Party because, one, he talks to them like they're real people. He doesn't pander and pretend he's someone who he isn't, and he is really fighting for these places where they live to become better, to become greater. And Don Lemon cannot wrap his head around that. He's ringing the alarm bells for the Democrat Party, for Kamala Harris, saying you need to get these people back to the plantation. Go capture those black men. So let's go ahead. He doesn't use those exact words, but that's the gist of what he's saying here. Let's take a listen to the video here of Don Lemon on CNN discussing this 5-alarm fire for the Democrat Party, specifically Kamala Harris.
Let's look at the numbers, Don, when we look at these black voters. This is according to the New York Times poll. All black voters, Kamala Harris, 63%. And then when you look at the real votes, the exit polls in 2020, Biden got 75, Hillary Clinton got 81, got even more than Biden. Then specifically, and that's the margin, I should say. These are the margins I'm talking about. Black male voters, specifically, Harris is plus 53, Biden plus 60, and Clinton is 69. Now, you have been traveling.
Yes.
You've been talking to a lot of voters. And I will just say that you texted me right around the Democratic convention, and you said, I am talking to people, and Kamala Harris has a problem with black men.
Yeah. And I told the campaign I did not hear from them. I mean, who am I for them to get back to me? But there's a problem. And look, I went from battleground state to battleground state. When they invited me to the convention, I didn't just want to fly there. I said, I'm going to go and talk to voters in battleground states. And I did. It was not curated. I went up to people just doing man on the street. Who are you going to vote for? Black men. And time after time after time, they said, I'm voting for Donald Trump.
Why?
Now, their reasons why. They said, because most of the time they said, well, for economic reasons, right? Or because he gave me a stimulus check. And I had to correct them over and over and tell them where that stimulus check came from a Democratic Congress and from Nancy Pelosi, and that Donald Trump actually held the check up so that his name could be put on the check. So they think they got the check directly from him. Meanwhile, Joe Biden has given 1 or 2 stimulus checks as well, but they seem not to know and understand that.
Well, yeah. So ringing the fire alarms, ringing the alarms for the Democrat Party, and specifically Kamala Harris, that, hey, you need to go capture these black men. You need to bring them back. You need to pander even harder. You need to promise more things to black people because they're not going to vote for you, specifically black men. And it's funny because, you have this cringe woman running for president. Nobody likes her. She is more unlike, I would go out on a limb and say she is even more unlikable than Hillary Clinton. And that's a very high bar to get over, to be as unlikable as Hillary Clinton. I don't know many people who love Hillary Clinton. I don't know many people who would say that she is a likable and relatable person. She isn't. and neither is Kamala Harris. She's even more cringe than Hillary Clinton. And it turns off a huge demographic. Most men are not going to vote for him unless they're absolute just betas who will sit there and vote whoever their wife tells them to vote for, which Ari has huge issues with that household already, letting the wife lead the household there. But you find that a lot in Democrat circles. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Of course, you guys can follow me on all my social media, all linked in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Have a great day.